Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. Today we're talking about a really important topic, trust and productivity. What is the connection between trusting the process, trusting yourself, trusting the spirit, and how that will lead to a heightened level of productivity. All right, so thanks for being here. If you're new to the show, allow me to say a few words about myself. Um, this is your. I should probably say that you should go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations. Again, hit right now. Hit that subscribe button. Become a subscriber. Get all of these videos for free. I did say free. One, two, three, four, free. Holler at us and have me come out. Have me come out again and speak to your group, school, or organization. All right. So, again, if you're new, I should probably say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I am the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show book of the month. Pick that book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called My People, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm the author of the acclaimed historical novel, America, which is out right now. We're on the book tour now. We actually are doing a huge lecture talk at Pasadena City College tomorrow, Tuesday, October the 9th, from really like 7 um, on. There's a reception at 7 coming out. I hit the stage around 7:45. Meet some great people, hang out with the people of Pasadena at the Pasadena City College, the major art center there. So come on out. I'll be in Atlanta the 9th through the 11th. So look for me in Atlanta. I'm coming to you, I'm sure, soon. So thanks for being here. I am the current board president of the board of directors of At the World Stage, a great nonprofit 501c3 in LA's Crenshaw district. We offer 7 days a week of incredible jazz and writing programming, really powerful nonprofit in the neighborhood. I am. Who else am I? I am. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD is in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I am currently a professor of English Lit at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive. Right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity, given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, then subsequently gave me up for adoption as a single, to a single divorcee. So at the time, who was amazing, but at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Kool Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive through joy, I know so many of us can do a similar thing. So again, thanks for being here. Again, go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. Again, we speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. All right, let's dive into today's topic. Today we're talking, guys, about trust and productivity. What is the connection between trust and productivity? How can we leverage this idea, this concept of trust, to move us into a more profound level of productivity? All right, so let's dive in. Point one is that you want to think about what you are building your particular family, your particular abundance, your particular relationship on, right? You want to really think about that and identify the principles that you are looking to build. Those I gave you three examples to build relationships, abundance, um, and spirit. And then you want to begin to find a way to concretize them, to be thinking about them, to kind of set up a series of ways to allow you to rely upon them. What we call those rituals. Rituals can be defined as doing the same thing at around the same time. All right. Once you identify those processes, those things to trust as processes, you then want to, which is point two, you then want to assertively find ways to actually rely upon them. To really, even when things go left or right, you want to be able to go back to those things and rely upon your principles. If you're a basketball fan, you know famously that the Philadelphia 76ers have this had a process of sacrificing their future, their present, to build a greater team in the future. And they would oftentimes say, trust the process. And they believe that if by losing in the short term, that they could get better draft picks, clear cap space, so which is sports lingo, to have more money to get better younger players down the line. And they believe that those players will then turn into great players and lead Philadelphia once again to the promised land of championship. But we'll see. Right now they have a lot of good young players, made the playoffs, and people look at them as a potential future. I don't know if it's going to work, but they've certainly trusted their process, and now they're in position to, I think, bear some fruit. We'll see how that goes. In a very similar way, you want to be able to think about what you are building your wealth, abundance, family relationship upon. So, again, that's a sports analogy. Here's a more practical analogy. So, and if you know this show at all, you know that we believe in the power of spirit, meditation, spiritual practice. And so we help people to identify their own expressions in that very, very broad field to rely upon those things daily. If you know me through the show, or personally, you know that I get up early and meditate and do these things as a way to build my own particular family and abundance and career and things of that nature. Because those are the things that I'm building my particular foundation on. I'm trusting those things. And at times it doesn't go right, it doesn't go well, or I get bad news like everyone else does, and it does make you want to question what you're building the process on. And what I come to is that because of my principles that I'm building upon and my own personal example, my own personal life, I actually really believe in, right, which is the last point. You have to really believe in these principles enough that when they are being challenged, or you are being challenged, that you'll keep keeping on, right? Although you may ask, as in the old black church, how long? But you'll keep keeping on, right? And in this world, we believe in the power of love, the power of spirit, the power of service. And at times, even when you are engaged in those particular processes, things don't go the way that you like them to go. You could always change from that particular foundation and go to other principles like lying, cheating, stealing, and conniving, in which in the short term, I've seen those things work pretty well. It worked for the president. So I've seen those things work pretty well, at least in the short term. And when you see people having success with lying, cheating, conniving, you go, wow, maybe I should be lying, cheating, and conniving, because that can actually work. At least in the short term. I've seen it work in the short term. I haven't seen it work in the long term, at least in my experience. But because folks who engage in those types of activities are typically pretty, in my experience, unhappy, bitter, angry people. They may accrue a certain type of wealth, for example, but as we say in this particular world, we believe in whole wealth meaning wealth not just in terms of financial abundance, but in terms of relationship abundance, having great relationships, in terms of being joyful, in terms of having strong, a sense of ethical character so you can feel good about yourself. So you want to have a whole wealth perspective, and we find that in the long term, when you're rooted in things of the spirit, rooted in love, rooted in meditation, and things of that nature, spiritual energetics, as we also call them, in the long term, when you trust those things, they are going to pay dividends, all right? So boom, it goes to dynamite. That's it for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early AF, at 4:45 a.m. Until right about now, and then we see you again at 4:45 p.m. each weekday. Thanks for being here. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations. Become a subscriber here for sure. Hit that subscribe button right now. Definitely come see me, hang out with me tomorrow, this week. I'm doing a major talk about being able to address the literary present by going into the literary past, discussing my new book, America in general. All right, thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and hopefully tomorrow night in Pasadena. All right, you can look for that on social media. It's at PCC at Pasadena City College in the Art Center there on campus. All right, so we'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.